Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite albums from 2003. It's Blink-182's self-titled. Welcome to my channel. My name is Khan and I've been doing these vinyl comparison videos for a bit as shorts. They've been getting a few views and a little bit of feedback where people do enjoy them. So I felt like maybe I should just flip the camera sideways and do like an actual video. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite albums from 2003. It's Blink-182's self-titled. Okay? It's I believe their third album. So I have two different pressings. One pressing is the master that's available on like pretty much every pressing of it, and one has been remastered specifically for vinyl. I'm going to show you the physical differences between them first, and then we'll talk about the sound quality. All right, so the first pressing I have is the Hot Topic pressing. It is on splatter vinyl. It's really pretty. I have them both in anti-static sleeves, and it comes in a gatefold, right? And in the gatefold there is lyrics, and on the back you see the band with the track listing up here, and it just says Universal Music Special Markets Geffen. And the other version I have is the Shop Radiocast Hi-Fi audiophile mastering pressing of it, where it was remastered for vinyl by Kevin Gray. It is in a more thicker sleeve with a gatefold, but the gatefold has a different image on the inside. On the back, same picture of the band, but the track listing is on the bottom, and it'll say Shop Radiocast in the corner here. The one I have is on black vinyl. It also comes with a little booklet here with all the lyrics that are on the gatefold of the Hot Topic pressing. All right, it's actually pretty nice and pretty glossy. When I first bought this, I was kind of perturbed because it had stickers on the sleeves that were numbered for the numbering. It was missing. It didn't have the sleeve or anything when I bought it. I bought it pre-owned from Discogs, and when I was looking through the book, the stickers fell out. And I was so excited because I was like, yes, now I know which number mine is. And this one's numbered out of 2,500 copies. I have number 813, yes, 813. So that's the physical differences of them. I'm gonna talk about the sound quality. The Hot Topic pressing and the mastering on it is like the mastering of like every pressing, even the newest version from Interscope, from the Interscope Vinyl Collective, which is on clear vinyl with like a white cover instead of this nice, like, I don't know if this is like pink and blue cover. That one's limited to 3,000 copies. The mastering on this version, it's all right. It's the album on vinyl. It's kind of flat. Like, I'm not like a huge expert audiophile. Like, I feel like I'm just a budding audiophile. I don't know like all the terminology that people use, but I know what sounds good to my ears, and this sounds all right. It's kind of like flat. It's not really dynamic at all, and the drums are, I don't know, it's just kind of almost lifeless. I didn't think that until I heard the audiophile pressing of it, which is superior in every way, I will say. Well, not every way. I'm going to talk about first why it's superior. The drums on the Shop Radiocast Hi-Fi audio mastering version is they're just brighter. They just have more thump. Everything just sounds crisper and clearer. The bass on Feeling This, like there's a bass note that they play occasionally, which just like once it happens on the Hi-Fi pressing, it like thumps and it's just like wow. And when you hear it on the regular pressing, it's just kind of there. So one of the reasons why the Hi-Fi pressing sounds better is that the songs are all spread across all four sides of the 2LP, while the Hot Topic pressing and every other pressing has an etching on the fourth side. So they've squished all the songs down onto three sides of the record. I can't really see if you can see the etching on the clear with splatter version, but it's there. It's an image of the smiley on the album cover. And when with spreading it across, all four sides in the Hi-Fi mastering, it just gives them every song more room to breathe. like on the song Always, it's just really compressed on the all the other pressings, just because it's like in the inner groove of side C, I think, no, of side B, yeah. While Always starts side C of the hi-fi mastering version. The flaw of the hi-fi mastering version, though, is even though everything else is great about it, all the interludes are cut. So there's pauses in between each songs, and the interludes between most of the songs aren't there. For some reason, when they cut it, like the interlude from Asthenia, I don't know how to say that, but to Always, it's on different sides. Asthenia is on the B side of disc 1, while Always is on C of disc 2. So if you're looking for the version that kind of matches the CD the most, or streaming, it is the non-hi-fi pressing, because all the interludes are there, like they're in between the songs and they kind of flow together. While if you want like really good dynamics and everything just feels better to listen to, you get the hi-fi pressing, and you just have to deal with the interludes just kind of not being there, unfortunately. I actually saw Blink-182 for this tour. It was at in Orlando, Florida, at the Orlando Arena, as they called it at the time. The show was Jimmy Eat World, Green Day, and then Blink-182. I was in pop punk heaven for that show. It was fantastic. Travis Barker was like floating in the air, drumming upside down. I had the time of my life at this concert. Jimmy Eat World's one of my favorite bands. Green Day is one of my favorite bands. Like hearing Dookie for the first time literally changed my life. And Blink-182 wasn't my favorite band to start with, because they're kind of juvenile, but that's their shtick at the time. But this album really, really cemented and changed my opinion on them. So for an budding audiophile, I would suggest the SRC hi-fi mastering of this. If you just want, it's just like full of dynamics. The soundstage is really good. Everything's bright, not too bright, but bright. Everything's more clearer. It's just more enjoyable to listen to. But if you like the interludes and how the album kind of like sounds on digital or streaming or on a CD, you can get the other pressing, which is pretty much every other pressing of it, that has the etching on side 4, side D, the D side. Yeah, so that is my suggestion. And also, you know, Hot Topic pressing is really pretty. So if you're like a person who likes to display records, the most prettiest one is going to be the Hot Topic pressing with the splatter, just because it matches the cover very well. I'm not much of a displayer. I'm more of a listener, so I would go with a SRC Hi-Fi. So yeah, if you like this video, or if you want to see more vinyl comparisons of albums that aren't really talked about as much, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and welcome. This is my first video.